Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Bert the Stormtrooper. I am doing a comprehensive review series of Optimus Prime figures called That's Just Prime. I also review other Transformers, lots of G1 stuff, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, GoBots, and pretty much any other toy that may jump out at me. I also do the occasional arcade and pinball machine video, unboxings, vlogs, challenges, and miscellaneous videos where my daughter usually makes fun of me. Those are a lot of fun. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking me out. Please be sure to click subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I upload 2 videos a week, sometimes more. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share if you like what you see.
Autobots, roll out!
Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Authentics Alpha Optimus Prime, and I hope I love this toy. I don't know. We're going to do something a little different today because, as you can see, I haven't opened them yet. I just finally found them yesterday. And I thought it would be fun if we took a look at it together and opened it together and just kind of had our first look and our first feel together here on camera. So, released in 2018, this guy is brand new and he's starting to hit stores right now as of the time of this recording. I found him at Family Dollar, which is the same place I found the smaller one, and I paid $10 for him. Now, the Authentics Alpha, which is this one here, it's the bigger one. It's touted to be the 7-inch line, where if you remember the one we looked at before, the Bravo is this guy here, and he's supposed to be smaller. And well, he is smaller, and I guess this is supposed to be the 5-inch line. So the Bravos are going to be the smaller ones. The Alphas are supposed to be the just kind of blown up versions of these guys with a little more articulation and a little more detail. So again, I found both of these guys, him at Family Dollar. So I haven't seen these guys at retail, and every report that I've seen of these guys have all been at dollar stores. So as you can see, the packaging is just a blister card with a bubble showing us what the figure is. And one of the reasons I wanted to open this together is because, as you can see, the cab is not attached to the vehicle or to the robot itself. We're going to have to do that, as you can see in the back on the instructions. It shows our first step is to attach the cab to the actual toy itself. So I kind of wanted to look at that together on camera. And then the transformation itself seems to be the exact same as the smaller version. Heroic Autobot Leader, that's all the bio that we're going to get. So that's about it for the package. And so let's go ahead and get them opened up. And for completist collectors that like to keep everything in package, this is probably going to be nightmarish for you. So sorry about that. But let's go ahead and get them opened up. Not a whole lot to it. As you can see, he's not even tied into the packaging himself. He's just sitting in there. It's kind of very old school. You know, back in the day, when you had cards and bubbles, the figures would just be inside the bubble, just kind of floating around in there and not tied down like they do today. So there we go. There's the figure itself. And as you can see in the back here, he's got a little arm with a bulb, a little ball joint there. And there's a socket on this one. So we'll go ahead and pop that into place. And this is my very first experience with this guy right now. You're seeing it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and transform him into truck mode, since we always start there. And let's get our first impressions from there. Let's see what we got. And I'm just going on, I'm doing the transformation based on what I know from the smaller figure. So I'm kind of guessing. But you know, you saw it in the back of the card. It looked like it was going to be the exact same. So there we go. We've got ourselves our truck there, and let's adjust our camera. So there we are. There is Optimus in truck mode. And here in truck mode, Optimus is approximately 6 inches long and about 2.5 inches tall. So actually a pretty cool size. And as we can see, it's really identical to the Bravo version. It's just blown up. Nothing really changes. Just a little more detail maybe. But other than that, nothing really changes. We'll take a look at them together here. As you can see them, again, they are pretty much identical in every way, to include the lack of detail, the lack of paint. The wheels are not painted, the windows are not painted, the smokestacks are not painted. We do have headlights this time around, so I guess that's something, because on the little one we did not have that. So Autobot symbol on this one seems to be typographed. It is molded in there. I kind of like the little one better. So you can see the differences there. I kind of like the little one better. Has more red. The big one has a lot more white. So there you go. So pretty much the same identical toys in truck mode. I am seeing a difference in paint here. You can see inside of here that's silver in there, and this one's red down here. I wonder what that's going to be once we get them into robot mode. So let's go ahead and do that now. And as we already saw, it's pretty much the same transformation as the small one. So let me move them up just a little bit. And there's really 3 steps to this, but I always kind of, you have to stop halfway through all 3 steps to accomplish them. I don't know if that makes any sense. But anyway, I'm going to pull the cab up, and then I'm just going to leave it there. Then I'm going to pull the arms straight out to the sides. And these are different because these actually have elbow joints on them, unlike the little one did. And then bring those out there, and then bring the legs, unfold them. Once you've unfolded the legs, then you can bring the cab down, snap it into place. It doesn't really snap into place, but there's these 2 tabs here that kind of fit around these 2 tabs on the back of the neck. And it does kind of very softly clip into place. And then bring the arms down. And there is Authentics Alpha, Optimus, in robot mode. And we'll back them up just a little bit. And here in robot mode, as the line suggests, Optimus measures approximately 7 inches tall. And again, it's just kind of a blown up version of that smaller one. We just now have a little more detail and a little more articulation. So we'll bring in the head so we can take a look at that, because I always like looking at the head. Very, very nice looking Optimus Prime head. I like it a lot. It's kind of hard to see, but the eyes are painted in there. I'm really having a hard time showing the light in there properly. And unfortunately, my light fixture is broken, so I can't move it around. Let me try this. That's a little better. You can barely see the eyes in there, at least what I'm looking at through the phone. But the eyes are in there, and they are painted a light blue that's different from the one on the helmet. So that is nice. Very nice head sculpt indeed. And going all the way around, you know, not a bad representation of Optimus. Very G1 looking. Of course, you've got a cab for a backpack and hollow legs. So that's going to make him difficult to pose and stand. In fact, this one actually stands a lot easier than the smaller one does. I have a problem with the smaller one falling over a lot, and I have to angle the legs to get them to stand. But here they are together, so we can see the differences. And this time around, you know, we got a little more paint details in that we have an actual frame going around the windshields. We have the windshield wipers are actually detailed in. A little gold detail on the hip pieces there, and that's really about it. And the little one didn't have his eyes painted. That's about it. So then looking around in the back, they're going to look identical. And that mismatched color piece that I was talking about earlier is just his back, which is covered by the cab. So it doesn't really make a difference. So they painted it on this one. They didn't paint it on the big one. I don't really see why they would have needed to do so. So there they are together. So you can see what they look like. And somebody asked me on the review for this, guys, and somebody asked in the comments if Power Surge Optimus Prime swords would work on them, which is kind of a weird, you know, out of left field question. But it does. There you go. There's Optimus, the Authentics Bravo with the sword from the Power Surge sword, the deluxe sized one, or the warrior sized one. And then here's Bumblebee's sword I took off of my Optimus as well, and that also works too. So he'll hold both of these for the person who asked. There you go. Sorry, I don't remember your name right now. So, and while we're at it, why don't we try that with this guy? And they also work with him. Check it out. So you can give him, if you have some extra weapons laying around, you can give him some swords. And I don't really have any cannons offhand to give him, but there you go. That's what that looks like. So let's look at articulation real quick. So again, the head is going to be able to turn side to side. The shoulders are on a ball joint, so you got a little bit of in and out. You know, you got to work around the mold itself, but you can go in and out. You can go around. You can do a little bit of turning. They added an elbow. It's a ball joint as well. However, again, because of the molding, you can't just bend the elbow straight out. He can bend it inwards and then turn it. So you have to do whatever you have to do with that. So nothing at the waist. You have ball joints on the hips. Again, in and out, forward, backwards. And then you have another ball joint at the knee that helps us with transformation. So that's about it. Not too bad. Pretty cool looking figure. I've actually been looking forward to this one because after I saw the Bravo, the little Bravo one, I've just really been kind of wanting to see this one. We'll give him a sword just to see what it looks like together. Let's do the little one too. Let's get them out of here together, why don't we? So there we go. There's the two of them together. Very cool. Again, these guys, I have not seen these at mass retail. I've only seen these at Family Dollar, and every other report I've seen of these guys, both of these. In fact, when I picked this guy up yesterday, they had both of them together there. But I've only ever found them at Family Dollar, and every report that I've ever seen of them has been at dollar stores. So again, this guy was $10, and I think this guy was $5, if I remember correctly. It's been a while, and I haven't, I don't watch my own videos, so I don't know. So I think that about covers Transformers Authentics Alpha Optimus Prime. What did you think of this figure, and what would you like to see me review next? Let me know by leaving me a comment, give me some thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so that you're notified. I do 2 videos a week, sometimes more. Subscribe, share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.